One thing that's been on the War Thunder community's mind for quite a bit of time now is the addition of Generation 5 aircraft and weapons. There was a point in time where I think Generation 5 was teased or passed to the devs, and everyone was losing their shit over this. There was about a month or two of just straight Generation 5, Generation 5, Generation 5, all this new technology that was passed to the devs. Now, I stand with the crowd that has more of a negative sentiment to this new generation of technology, especially in War Thunder. I do have faith in Gaijin, but not enough faith to trust them with something as heavy as Generation 5. I honestly don't trust the player base when it comes to Gen 5 either. For example, the F-35C will be missing like 2 or 3 countermeasures or a gun pod attachment, and Billy Bobby Brown of United States Navy Squadron VX-9 will leak the F-35C's whole maintenance manual just to see those 2 countermeasures in. It's shit like that. Anyways, this video is going to be more of a educated rant. I'll do it on a point-to-point basis like I did my War Thunder Slop update video, but yeah. So, I'll have a couple points. Every time I switch points, I'll put a little timestamp. First, we'll be starting off with Gaijin and their shitty marketing. So here's the problem with Gaijin's marketing. They only like to market top tier. If you check any of the recent trailers, you rarely see any World War II or any Cold War. All they do is market top tier in Modern Warfare. And the thing is, a new player will see this trailer, or a buddy of a new player will see this trailer, and they'll see their high tier, shiny, top tier vehicle, and they'll be like, wow, I can't wait to play insert favorite jet fighter here. In fact, I fell for this trap. I saw, I think, the La Royale trailer, and I was absolutely geeked when I saw the planes in that trailer. I just downloaded the game immediately, and I was like, wait, I have to start at the P-26? I fell for that exact trap, and now I'm here making videos, but still, I digress. It's a really shitty, scummy tactic. For Generation 5, it's going to be just as the same, if not even worse, because people love the Su-57, people love the F-22, people love their modern fighters. So a new player is going to see this, and then he's going to be trapped into a cycle where he has to spend money in order to progress. It's that. Speaking of spending money, in that trailer that we're seeing for our hypothetical 5th gen update, we're going to see probably a couple premiums in there. Seriously, now that I think about it, the amount of premiums they can make off of 5th gen aircraft are kind of disgusting. They have the YF-23, they have the Russian T-50, they have the X-35, they have a bunch of F-35s from other nations. I'm pretty sure Japan was working on an F-4 or F-Con something. I'm not exactly sure. I feel like if they do go the premium 5th gen route, it's either going to go one of two ways. It's going to be stupidly powerful and at a lower BR like the premium Su-30s, or it's going to have F-14D syndrome, where it's a highly requested production aircraft or prototype, and they just copy and paste an existing model and slap a premium logo on it. It's probably going to be something like that. Honestly, I'd prefer if they just don't touch the premium thing with 5th generation aircraft at all. That would be my personal preference, but we already got Fox 3 premium, so the sky's the limit at this point. But yeah, what Timmy's going to see is YF-23 in the trailer, download War Thunder, and pay Gaijin $90 to fly his sweet, sweet YF-23. And even if he doesn't like the game, Gaijin just made a buck off him. It really doesn't matter. I really do want to be more lenient with Gaijin's premium shit. I do think they can make it work, and make it work with the player base, because I don't have a huge problem with copy and paste premiums. I really don't. Like, something that you can find in the tech tree, and like outside of it, like for example, the Puma VJTF. I use that as an example. That's a premium I like. It's not bad. But if they put prototypes in there, and especially like super prototypes that people want, for example, YF-23, said this already, T-50, prototypes that people really, really like and want to see in the game. If they do that, it's scummy. It's scummy behavior. They already did it with that one tank that people don't like, the fucking, the T-58. People really hate it because it's a paid-win tank. Oh no, I hope Gaijin can cool it with like the monetization of Generation 5. If they don't monetize any Generation 5 planes, that'd be a win-win situation for the community. But we know Gaijin, so we're probably gonna see a premium YF-23. I'm just hoping they don't fucking put the whole $20 million trailer on it, and then it ends up like the F-14D and just being a copy-paste F-22 Raptor, when the plane, I think the YF-23 never carried weapons, but I have to confirm that. I don't know. I just hope Generation 5 isn't commercialized. And if it is, they do it lightly, because I don't want to see 40 million fucking Generation 5 $90 premiums. Okay, along with Gaijin's more predatory marketing and the very, very outrageous premium situation, another thing they can't exactly do right is implementing the vehicles themselves. Okay, so talking strictly about air realistic battles here, some 5th gens are gonna do a lot better than others. It's pretty obvious. I'm just gonna say it now. Some are gonna be amazing, others might be useless. And the thing is, this isn't the fault of the aircraft, it's the fault of Gaijin just having no game modes for anything outside of fighters. Yes, I know air simulator battles exist, but it's not really the same thing as Air RB. And just telling people, oh, you want to fly your plane? Well, just learn a whole new way to fly. It's like, nah, I don't know if I want to do that. Now, if you do play simulator battles, go right ahead. Simulator battles does give most aircraft a purpose. I see a lot more A-10s being useful in simulator battles than I do in Air RB, but it's just really awkward having to transition from third-person view flying to first-person view, and the flight model feeling heavy. So that's definitely an option if you want to fly all your planes, but in terms of Air RB, most planes are shut out of their niche. Now, if this is a problem in-game right now, it's definitely going to be a problem for Generation 5 aircraft. What I'm specifically worried about is the likes of the F-35 here. The F-35B and C are made for the United States Marines and United States Navy, respectively. And, well, they're not exactly 100% focused on air superiority like the Air Force is. Their aircraft can perform air superiority, but it's not the best option for it. In general, the F-35 is not built to be primarily an air superiority fighter. That's what the F-22 Raptor is built for. So when people try and use their F-35s in air realistic battles for doing other things besides fighting, which is what they're built for, the key thing here is that the F-35 can be used as a fighter. It's one of the many roles that the plane falls under. But in War Thunder, it's going to be limited to just being used as a fighter, which cages it from half of its capabilities. And you can bring up air sim, and that would be a valid argument. And you can bring up ground battles, and I'd say no, ground battles is hell, because the maps are so damn small. I feel like another thing, this might be a bit of a weird choice, but I feel like the Su-57 will also get shut out of its niche as well. In real life, a lot of people actually don't know this, but in real life, the Su-57 was designed more to the terms of the F-35 than it was to compete with the F-22. In real life, it can do SEAD, it can do long-range strategic strike, it can do intelligence, it can do maritime warfare. The thing fits a lot more roles than just a fighter. And, you know, in-game, it's going to be used as just a fighter. Now, granted, it's going to do better than the F-35 just because of its raw engine performance. It's going to be a faster, you know, more armed plane. But it still sucks to see it gets absolutely, like, shafted by the roles it can't do. And, you know, this whole being shut out of the roles thing conveniently leads me to my next point about game modes. Generation 5 is going to suck, mainly because War Thunder has not changed to fit Generation 5. Or hell, Generation 4, too. The game has been using the same format for a long time now. And their solution is never patching the game mode, it's always to add a counter with another vehicle. Oh, people are complaining about the fucking cast and top-tier ground? Just add a bunch of broken-ass SPAA and auto-shoot them down whenever. Oh, people are complaining about the SPAA? Oh, just add harms. Just add anti-radiation missiles. That'll fix it. They never have, like, a permanent good solution, like fixing the map sizes. It's always random bullshit that either involves a complete nerf or adding a brand new shiny vehicle to keep people hooked. The problem is, though, with the addition of Gen 5, they can't resort back to this solution anymore. They'll have to fix the game, and I don't think they will. I have no faith in them to fix the game. Nuclear Thunder's last update was okay at best. It wasn't amazing. It was nothing like the original April Fool's Nuclear Thunder that we all got to play together. They tried introducing a new game mode for tanks called like Hold the Line or Push the Line, where basically it's a line of points and one team's attacking and the other team's defending. And they did it for low tier at first, and it was okay at low tier. And then they did it at high tier and like significantly fucked up like how close the attacking team was. So that was also unfun, and I don't think they fixed it either. They might have fixed it. I didn't play the second one. And you know, instead of making these game modes for the core version of the game good, what do they spend their resources on? Infantry. When they already have their own separate infantry game. Seriously, why? And I played the infantry beta test, and I considered making a video on it, but it's just so clunky. And the infantry market also already exists with games like Arma and Squad, and fucking multi-crew tank combat on Roblox also fulfills this niche. There's no point. Oh yeah, they also introduced Golden Eagle gun skins, so that's fun. But yeah, the game is not being fixed. Generation 5 is going to be in the same crappy format that Air Realistic Battles is in right now. Or by somehow it isn't. When I make this video, they're going to announce, hey, we're fixing Air Realistic Battles. I swear to God if they do that. Okay, on to the next point, vehicles and the F-35 syndrome. Now, I know probably a lot of people are going to be very excited to see the F-35, but it gets to a point to where you can connect an F-35 to almost every single nation in-game. Yes, even Russia will have ties to the F-35. I don't know about China, though. China might be an outlier, but still, every nation, one way or another, no matter how finicky Gaijin wants to get, can receive an F-35, which is utter bullshit, by the way. This problem has already taken form in the F-18 and the F-16, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, if you play America, don't fucking play America, because everyone and their mom will receive your aircraft. Some will even receive better versions of your aircraft. But I digress, we're talking specifically about the F-35. The reason I think the F-35 will suck in-game is because I made this point before, but this aircraft is not a dedicated fighter. In terms of its countermeasures, in terms of weapons, the F-35 is designed to be the ultimate multi-mission platform. So it'll sit somewhere kind of like where the F-16 sits right now, maybe a little bit better, but yeah, it's essentially just going to be a stealthy F-16 with less weapons. In terms of how it plays, of course. This is not real life at all. In real life, this thing is way different. Now, another issue that's going to happen with the F-35 being implemented, well, this is the main problem. The main problem is the fact that Gaijin cannot model ECM. We saw ECM in Nuclear Thunder. It was wildly out of proportion. It worked sometimes, it worked not all the time. But the J-15 also has this issue. Being a carrier-based fighter, the J-15T relies mostly on infrared electronic countermeasures in order to defend itself from incoming radar missiles. It has 48 countermeasures. The F-35 is not much better. The F-35 has 60 internal countermeasures, and it also mostly relies on ECM because it's not supposed to be getting down and dirty with enemy planes like that. So it's going to struggle to defend itself in the initial onslaught of Fox 3s. The F-35 is going to be at a pure disadvantage. It's going to be J-15T syndrome as well. Now, another issue, and this is in the scenario that they do model in the F-35's ECM, warthunder map sizes are really too small for ECM, or most modern things in general. Seriously, like, the range in real life of, I think, the R-77 and most Fox 3s can go over 100 miles when they're employed correctly. But in-game, they are already heavily gimped to fit the small map sizes. I don't think a single missile in War Thunder flies accurate to how it would in real life. These things can fly a lot farther and are a lot stronger than you think they do. Now, the F-35 is going to struggle in this meta because 1, it's not the fastest plane, 2, it can't carry the most bullshit, and 3, its flight model I don't think will excuse picking it over that of like the F-22 Raptor, or hell, even like the Rafale or the Eurofighter. The Rafale Eurofighter are going to remain competitive options purely because of how they fly and how you can pilot them. The F-35 won't match up with any of those. It'll be like trying to fit... It's just not going to fit well, purely because of what it's designed for. But yeah, a couple other planes that kind of already fall under this archetype are the J-15T, because it doesn't get its ECM. The F-18, is supposed to be the ultimate multi-mission plane, but it's not really good in air RB because it's very, very slow. Now granted, it is a really good missile truck with an Acer radar, but still, it's very slow. Definitely the F-16 Pobit and F-16V. No, don't get me wrong, I love the F-16. I love the F-16 to death, but in the current top tier meta, where all you can do is fight, and there's things at 14.3 that are just hardcore better than you. Like, basically everything flies faster than you. Not everything flies better than you do, but you're not as competitive as you can be in something like a Golden Eagle, or something else. It's going to be weird, but the Gripen E also suffers from this issue of being shut out. The Gripen E flies great, but it's also just too slow, and you're stuck with the AIM-120C5. Now, something funny about the Gripen E is that in real life, along with the F-A-18E, these planes are supposed to be designed with a lower radar cross-section in mind, meaning at range, it should be harder to track these aircraft, but that's not implemented. So, they're also missing more features. Well, that's about all I got for this video. I'm sorry if it wasn't that much. It was more supposed to be an unguided rant. I'm getting ready for school, so compiling all this and getting data and research is a lot to handle with my assignments. So if you can just give me a bit of grace on the new video quality until I get more time again, that'd be amazing. Yeah, join the Discord server, all that gobbledygook. Appreciate you guys.